You guys know that alcoholic in the White House? No, not that one. The other one. Nope, not that one. Nope. 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 Yes, this one. Pete Hegseth, the alcoholic who said during his hearing that he would stop drinking if he got the position, and then he got the position, and the first thing he did was pull out a glass of whiskey. Well, this alcoholic, he, you remember when he leaked all of those secret war plans to a fucking chief editor at The Atlantic? Yeah, it turns out he did it again. Or actually, at the same time that he was doing it, he had a second group chat with his wife, brother, and lawyer. And he was using it on his personal smartphone, detailing minute-by-minute classified information about the Houthi attacks on Yemen. So, this doesn't surprise me. This is what happens when you fucking hire an alcoholic Fox News host to be the highest member of the military, second only to the President of the United States. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? So we're going to read a little bit of this. Exclusive. The White House is looking to replace Pete Hegseth as defense secretary. And you know what's interesting about this is all happening. I mean, this is updated today, but this is all happening yesterday. The same day that Pete Hegseth had to file a report to Donald Trump whether or not he should invoke the Insurrection Act of 1807. We don't even know what was in that report. We're not privy to that information. This motherfucker, the alcoholic in chief, he could have said, yeah, you should do it. Or he could have said, no, you shouldn't do it. We have no fucking idea, but we do know that the report was filed. Regardless, let's read some of this. The White House has begun the process of looking for a new leader at the Pentagon to replace Pete Hegseth, according to a U.S. official who was not authorized to speak publicly. This comes as Hegseth is again mired in controversy after sharing military operational details in a group chat. The defense secretary is under fire after revelations that he shared classified information in a group chat with his wife, brother, and lawyer, according to the official. The craziest part about this is a fucking lawyer. Brother, we're talking about probably like a federal attorney if you were Pete Hegseth's, if you were the defense secretary's lawyer. Brother, if I was you leave that group chat immediately. What the fuck are you doing? You went to grad school, you went to law school, you passed the fucking bar, you probably had other clients before this. What are you doing? Knowingly violating the law, practically committing fucking treason at this point. Jesus Christ. The source said Hegseth used the Signal messaging app on his personal smartphone, detailing minute-by-minute classified information about airstrikes on Houthi targets in Yemen. It happened at about the same time in March that Hegseth shared similar details with top White House officials in a different Signal group that accidentally included a journalist. That leak, hours before airstrikes hit, could have endangered U.S. pilots if that information about the timing of strikes was intercepted by U.S. adversaries. Already, the Houthis have twice shot down American Predator drones? How the fuck are they shooting down Predator drones? Those things are like... Brother, I thought Predator drones are like in the fucking clouds. How the fuck do you do... What was it, a lucky shot with an RPG? We're talking about the Houthis. That makes no fucking sense to me. That makes no fucking sense to me. Based. Sorry. What? White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt denied that there's an effort to replace Hegseth, posting on X that President Trump stands strongly behind him, speaking to reporters at the White House. Trump backed Hegseth and said concerns over SignalGate chats are a waste of time. He's doing a great job. Ask the Houthis how he's doing, Trump said. Holy shit. Listen, here's the thing. I hate Trump more than, as much as the next guy, probably more than the next guy. But a bar's a bar, and unfortunately, that's a fucking bar. He's doing a great job. The only thing that would have made this better is if he said, why don't you? Why don't you ask the Houthis how he's doing? After, like, the leak. We know how the Houthis are doing. You want to know why I know how the Houthis are doing? Because Pete Hegseth fucking leaked minute-by-minute plans. I know exactly how the Houthis are doing because we know what fucking strikes hit them, exactly when they were hit, where they were hit, how many fucking jets were sent. Don't worry, we know exactly where they were. Oh, Jesus. Jack, if you're here, not you, Jack. Jack Wolf, my mod. You can put somebody in the corner for 5 minutes if they're like being really fucking annoying. Hegseth had denied wrongdoing at a White House Easter event earlier Monday. This is what the media does. They take anonymous sources from disgruntled former employees and they try to slash and burn people, ruin their reputation. It's not going to work with me, he said. Hegseth was likely referring to 4 senior advisors who left the Pentagon abruptly last week. Former Defense Department spokesperson John Uliat resigned and then published an opinion piece calling the past month at the Pentagon a full-blown meltdown of infighting that is hurting President Trump. 3 other Pentagon advisors, Dan Caldwell, Colin Carroll, and Darren Selnick, were escorted out of the Pentagon and accused of leaking information to the press. The trio then put out a joint statement on X calling their dismissal unconscionable and saying that they have not even been told what they stand accused of leaking. All 3 of us served our country honorably in uniform. For 2 of us, this included deployments to the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, and, based on our collective service, we understand the importance of information security and worked every day to protect it, they wrote. So now Pete Hegseth is just blaming random fucking people, like people who fought for our nation, and just throwing them out because he doesn't want to take the blame himself. Caldwell and Selnick are longtime associates of Hegseth and worked with him at Concerned Veterans for America, a right-leaning policy group. New Hampshire Senator Jean Shaheen, what a name. New Hampshire Senator Jean Shaheen, a Democrat on the Armed Services Committee, said in a statement that Hegseth should accept responsibility, quote, "But we must not forget that ultimate responsibility here lies with President Trump for selecting a former weekend TV host without any experience successfully leading a large and complex organization to run our government's biggest department and make life and death decisions for our military and country," she said. All right. Catherine Marr, CEO of NPR. So there you have it right there. I mean, listen, guys, the Trump regime doesn't pick people who are qualified, okay? DEI hires. I guess you could call him a fucking DUI hire. But the Trump regime selects people who are yes men, sycophants, and loyalists, right? And again, do not expect this to actually happen. Why are looking to replace Pete Hegseth? Do not expect this to happen. Do not expect any sort of punishment to be put in Pete Hegseth's world, because Pete Hegseth will do anything and everything Donald Trump tells him to do. And as long as he does that, he'll keep his job. And it's the same thing with RFK, the same thing with Kristi Noem. These people, they crave power. And now that they have it, they will not let go of it. And if that means bending the knee and kissing the ring, they will. And that's exactly what you're fucking seeing. And Trump is at bat for Pete Hegseth because Pete Hegseth is at bat for him. They protect each other. But listen, if you're watching this live, you stay. We're going to keep on going. If you're watching this pre-recorded, thank you for tuning into the Valenti Vod. I'll catch you in the next one. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And watch that video on screen over there. I promise you it's a fucking banger. I'll catch you in the next one.